Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. Slightly weird date, I know. These usually come out on Wednesdays, but not this time because I spent all of like Tuesday waiting for stuff and then I couldn't get stuff done on Wednesday. So, anyways, in the news we have our first update on the Forbidden Langs project. So the first video, covering Cyborg Lang, or Lionel Mon Harrister, has been released. The next one I'm aiming to be out on the approaching Monday, but we'll see how that turns out to be. And that will cover Summoner Lang. We have thus far managed to unlock 3 different Langs of the grand total of 7 that I have lined up, and the first 4 will be appearing in the miniseries next month, so good luck with that. Speaking of, number 4, the final one to be revealed in that particular series, is about halfway. We're currently sitting at £344.84 in the Forbidden Langs drive, and that means we're about £56 away from number 4 being revealed, and let me see. The first one is cool, the second one people are going to cry slightly, the third one people are going to fan out, and the fourth one people are going to be viciously fanning out about. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. People are going to love that one, I'm sure. And I've got plenty more, and the focus with this lineup has been heavily based around adding some much-needed representation to the lineup of Langs. I've counted like 14, I think it is, different lines that I could write up into the lexica, and most of them are cis white dudes, so we need to add some variety to this. Moving on though to the schedule. First day, of course, that being tonight, we have a midnight stream at about 11 PM PST over at twitch.tv/LangandBedmon. I don't quite know what's happening tonight. If I can manage to wrangle Dave, and that's a big if, they might try and do some co-op Dark Souls 3. Otherwise, we're probably going to be doing Grey Goo. It's an RTS with really beautiful characters. So yeah, come along for that. On Friday, we then have an episode of Night of Fangs, where we get a little bit of resolution. And on Saturday, we have Edgington with some really freaking bad neighbours, and probably a Dark Souls stream from 9 PM BST, twitch.tv/LangandBedmon, because people are busy, basically, so we haven't been able to get the characters together as fast as I might have liked. Sunday, we have Fox Team Alpha playing some payload maps. Tuesday, we have XCOM 2, where I might have boned myself slightly. And then Wednesday, we have Dungeon Maker with some work on a combo lock for the second sanctuary inside of the tomb. I say second sanctuary. It's technically the first one after what is basically the tutorial section. Anyways, so on to our questions. First comes from Moon Manling. This is of course in the comments of the preceding video, where you can leave your comments down below for questions that might be answered next week. Would any of the Langs dye their hair, and if so, what color? A few of them definitely have dyed their hair. There's a couple of Langs that actually do not have natural blonde hair. So, yes, they would dye their hair. 1 or 2 of them have had to dye their hair blonde. I say had, they chose to, but nonetheless. One of them is blue-haired, another has a lime green color. There's a lot of hairs, like, the archetype is that Langs have blonde hair, blue eyes, but this is not a permanent fixture. It rarely deviates, but it does deviate. From Marvelous Holt again, otherwise known as Fanta on Tumblr. Does Sir Lang take more after his father or mother in looks and personality? He takes after his mother mostly in looks, his father in personality, which actually kind of terrifies King Resting a little bit, but King Resting mellowed with age. He was kind of hoping that Sir Lang would do the same more quickly, because King Resting is getting on a bit. Is the number of Langs potentially infinite? Asks Scott Davis, a regular contributor. Technically yes and no. Infinity is a really irritating concept to get across clearly, but the Langverse has a potentially infinite number of universes inside, each of which, at least originally, having their own version of lying, as well as a variety of other characters. And then Witch Lang kind of killed the whole freaking ton of them. So it's infinity minus Witch Lang's kill count, basically, as well as a few nebulous ones that have also been destroyed by various means. So it used to be that every universe had a lying, but now it's a percentage of an infinite number of universes that have a lying. So yes, Infinity is weird and annoying. Anyways, that is it for this slightly delayed Quali-Tea time. I hope you've enjoyed. Leave your comments and questions below, and I'll hopefully get back to them on time next week. We'll see. But other than that, hope you've all enjoyed, and check out you all next time.